Hello and welcome back to all 575 of you avid consumers of Pax Dei content out there, as well as the 60% of you who have not yet hit that subscribe button. I'm Eltari, the professional gamer, and this is another Pax Friday review, the show where we talk about all the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has dropped for Pax Dei over the last week. And exciting is barely enough to describe what we got this week. We have new gameplay footage, as well as some screenshots to go over, and the gameplay that was dropped for this week shows in detail what character creation is going to look like in the upcoming alpha that is due to release by the end of this year. We also got to see the first couple of moments of what it looks like when you enter into the world of Pax Dei, as well as a couple of glimpses of the maps that are currently in the closed alpha testing. This is a very exciting time to be a fan of Pax Dei, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with any of your friends who might be interested in Pax Dei, and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified whenever we drop new videos relating to Pax Dei. There is a lot of new information to go over this week, so we're going to just go ahead and get right on into looking at some screenshots. Alright, so first things first, I would like to remind everyone who is watching that this is an alpha build of an MMORPG, and we already have this level of detail for character creation. There are a couple of places where we can see they need to touch some stuff up, but all in all, this is a hats tipped to Mainframe for the work that has been done in this character creator. It is a very high quality level of customization options that we are going to have access to in the next couple of months. And the fact that this is still only an alpha build of the game is truly impressive. So again, great job on this character creator, Mainframe. Whoever was working on it, you all did an amazing job. Keep up the good work. So the first image that we're going to be going over is what looks to be the lips customization tab for character customizing. And we already have a lot of different options when it comes to the different lipsticks that you can choose, its intensity, the level of metallicness, its shine and transparency, as well as being able to change a lot of the different colors. We also have an image of the eyeliner tab, and then here we have the body customization tab. The last thing that I want to bring everyone's attention to is what this says at the very top of the screen. This says closed beta. Up until this point, we have been seeing screenshots and gameplay footage that say pre-alpha or closed alpha. This is the first time in one of these screenshots, at least that I've noticed, that it says closed beta. Now, again, you can see it has shifted back to an older build, it looks like, because it says closed alpha here now. But here we have a couple of the beard customization options. And one thing that I would like to point out, as I said earlier, there is probably some stuff that can be improved upon. It looks like one of the areas for that might be right here. It looks like the hair model is a little too high off the head for this character's actual model. So the hair's kind of hovering over the top of their head. If this was more down, I think it would look a little less weird in that way, and probably a little bit more like a Qui-Gon Jinn style haircut. Yeah, but here are all of our different beard options, and this, again, is only an alpha phase of the game, so we can expect to see a lot more when it comes to customization options as the game progresses more towards an early access or a full release. Here's the skin customization tab. You can see that there are already some more tattoo options. We've seen a couple of characters with tattoos before, but here we see a lot more tattoo options, as well as the different styles of freckles that you can have on your face, and you can change the intensity of them as well as your skin tone. And then here we have a montage of different characters that have been created in this character creator. There is so much variety that's already possible in the game. And then this last one really drives the point home. We have a couple of different screenshots. this is where the character's face model was held constant, and then they customize all of the other aspects of their body, and it looks like different characters every single time. So I don't know how many face options there are going to be for us to choose from, but even if there was only one, I mean, you can already see 5, 7 different character options all right here, and they look completely different. You can kind of tell in the eyes if you look long enough, but not really. Now we're going to go over and we're going to give a watch through of the new character creation gameplay. We are going to see some alpha maps. We are going to see the first couple of seconds of what it's going to look like when we spawn into the world of Pax Dei for the first time. So make sure you stay tuned in all the way to the very end to make sure you don't miss a thing. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so here we are at the gameplay footage for the Pax Dei alpha build character creation. And this is going to be a combination of a bunch of the different panels that we have for character creation, but at the very end, we're also going to have a glimpse at a couple of the different alpha maps that exist currently in this version of Pax Dei. So we're just going to go ahead and start watching. All right, so we can see here a bunch of different variations with character hair, character gender, face styles as well. A couple of beard options. It actually looks like they can scroll up here and they just haven't. So there might actually be a couple more beard options as well. All right, and we didn't see the eye color tab in the screenshot, so here's what it looks like. You can see that we already have a variety of different eye colors, and you can choose the different sizes as well as the pupil size. All right, so here's all the eyebrow variation, eyeshadow. All right, here we have a couple of preset faces. When it comes to preset faces, I wonder if this is where you kind of pick a starting point for character creation and then you go from there. And then here is the base face selection. So we can see that we already have, what is that? At least 12 different face options that are available to us. Now, some of them look a little bit more feminine while others look more masculine, but I'm pretty sure you can choose to put any of these faces on any of the body types as well. All right, so here is the hair customization tab. We can change the colors of the hair. It's all, again, in natural tones, so you're probably not going to be able to dye your hair, or at least not yet. There are quite a few different hair options. Let's see if they scroll here through any of them. Ah, bummer. Yeah, there's just a lot of different customization options. There's the red hair that we want so bad. All right, so here is where we're gonna start seeing a lot of the status of the maps and what the first couple of moments of gameplay is gonna look like for us. All right, so if you all remember from one of the last videos that we did, specifically on, I believe it was the alpha map, as well as how far away we are from the alpha. I'll put a link down to those if you're interested in them. But what we were told is that we should expect 3 to 4 maps to exist in the alpha, and we're trying to use these as an indication for how close we were to a date for an alpha. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm counting 4 different provinces in-game right now. This first one that we're looking at is Caries. Now, of the ones that we've seen or heard of information about before, we know that Ancien and Mary have been already developed. I believe we've looked at maps for those, but the new maps that we haven't seen yet were for Caries and now this Innis Gallia, or Innis Gallia. Just looking at the map here, we can see that there are 6 regions here that have a couple of different names, as well as a central region that they all seem to be surrounding. So I believe that these are the home valleys that players can spawn into. And this is where everything's locked into PvE, and this is where you're able to build. And over here might be more of the wildlands that we've heard about as well. Then I believe they go and click over to Innis Gallia as well. And if I am mispronouncing that, Mainframe, I apologize. You can let me know down in the comments, or if anyone knows the correct way to pronounce this, let me know. But here is the map of Innis Gallia, and it is an entirely different map. We know that the developers are using AI-assisted map development, and then their artists are coming in and making some modifications here and there. But the difference between these two maps is quite large. We have, in the previous map, it was... everything seemed to be more weighted towards the top right of the map, or essentially nothing seemed to be down the bottom left. And this one, it seems very much more so that you have a circular perimeter around something. And I can't really tell, but this looks like we can see some red lines right here and here, as well as here, notating the difference between a heartland home valley and the wilderness. And then here we go. This is what it's gonna look like. This is the world of Pax Dei, freshly spawned into by this character that has been created. And just look at the surroundings here. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so what have we seen today? We have seen some screenshots of the character creator. We've gone through the gameplay footage piece by piece, seen what we can figure out about character creation, and we've also seen 2 new maps for the current build of the Pax Dei Alpha. And what does that mean? That means that we are at our 4 map minimum requirement to get into the alpha. We knew that there were going to be 4 maps around when we were getting in, and there are 4 maps now. So that looks like Mainframe has stuck to their guns. They've maintained their timelines, and that we will be getting into a build of Pax Dei in the near future. I have a feeling that based on just the information that's been coming out recently and the amount of information that's been coming out recently, we're getting closer and closer to an announcement, if not an opening of the gates for all of us to get into the world of Pax Dei. That being said, that is all that we have for this week's episode. If you haven't done already, don't forget to like this video, share it with any of your friends who might be interested in Pax Dei, and hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified whenever we post about new information that has come out regarding Pax Dei. There is going to be even more information coming out in the next coming weeks as we get closer and closer to an alpha release date announcement and the alpha release itself. So you definitely want to stick around and make sure that you're not missing anything. Until next week, I'm Altari, the Professional Gamer.